Hello everyone and welcome to our wreath making class. I will be completely honest and tell you this is the first time I have ever done this, so if I stab myself with a pin or messed up, it's because it's the first time. Alright, so we're going to start with your pins. You're going to go ahead and take them out of the bag and put them onto the table so they can easily get to them. And I did count all the pins out. You should have more than enough, but if for some reason you don't, you can always call me and let me know. Alright, so we're going to start with our seed packets, and you can do this however you want. If you want more seed packets, you can certainly use them all. If you want less, you can use less. But you have plenty to cover the whole wreath. So all we're going to do is take a seed packet and take two of our pins, and we're just going to push them down into the seed packet to get it to stay on the wreath. And there's no particular placement. It's just really honestly however you want it to be. And you can put some higher, some lower, however you would like to do it. And just make sure when you're putting your pin in that you have the head end up, because I just stuck myself. You don't know that, but I did. And like I said, you just put them in, and it should be something like that. See how they're all attached, and it's pretty firm. They don't move. And you're just going to keep going the whole way around the wreath. And like I said, you can put some higher, lower. You can move them over however you would like. Nothing in particular that you have to do. If you mess up, it's easy. You just carefully pull the pin back out. So you don't have to worry if you place something and you don't like the way it looks. You can just take it right back out. You might want to turn your wreath slightly just so you can keep up with how it looks, that it's even, or however you want it to be. And you can, like I said, just keep turning the wreath. And like I said, depending on how you place them, and you can go back if you see any like gappy spots that you want to fill in and put more. But you're just doing the same thing throughout the wreath, because if I move a little bit faster than you, that's okay, because you're just putting them all the same way, using the pins to go the whole way around the wreath. And you can mix up however you want your colors to be. I'm going to change that out because I didn't want two blues right next to each other. Some of the seeds are a little bit bigger. Your morning glories are slightly larger. So you might have to just be careful when you're sticking the pins in, because a bigger seed, you won't be able to get the pin through it. Alright, so when you're finished, you should have something that looks like that. And now we're going to add some embellishments, and this is another time where you can decide if you want to add things or not. We're going to make a ribbon, and you can put it at the top, the middle, the bottom, the side, wherever you would like. So you're just going to take it and make it like you're tying just a shoelace. So simple over under. And you can make the tails of the ribbon as long as you want, however you would like to do it. You could even make a double ribbon if you wanted it doubly thick. However you like to make your bows. I always like to cut mine on a slant. I just think it gives it more of a finished look. So like that. And then we're gonna just puff our bow out a little bit so it gives it some definition. So your bow should look something like that. And then we're just going to place it wherever you want. Like I said, there is no rhyme or reason. I like mine off to the side. And you're going to take a pin and do the same thing. And I'm actually going to put 2 in this as well, just to make sure it stays where we want it to. Move that one slightly. That's a little bit harder to get in. You might want to use something like your scissors to push that through so you don't hurt your finger. So now we have this. And now we're going to add, if you wish, like I said, all of this is about your taste and what you like in a design. I gave everybody a whole little bouquet of these, so you can put them in however you wish. So I'm just going to, actually that one's already off. I'm going to put one here. So I'm going to slightly lift up my bow, just slightly, so that I can push it under so you don't see the stem. Cut another one off. And if your scissors aren't really strong, you might have to use wire clippers for that part. I'm just going to put that in under that bow just so you can't see it. And I might do one more. And everybody has different flowers, so it is not necessarily this flower that I have. I have to lift up just a little bit more. There we go. You can spread them out however you wish. I'm going to put one more pin in, just to make sure it's nice and secure. And again, you might want to use your scissors or whatever hard object you have to put that in. Or a thimble, if you sew, you might have a thimble. And you could put these anywhere you wanted. You could put them around here, hide them underneath of a seed packet slightly. You could put some off to the side like that. It just depends on what you like. But I'm going to keep mine simple and stay like that. So there you have a beautiful spring or summer wreath. And the other thing I forgot to mention, if you wanted to, is you could slightly slit open with a envelope opener the seed packets if you wanted to use the seeds before you put them on the wreath. I didn't worry about that today, but that's an option if you'd like to use them. So here's the finished product. Thank you for joining me.